Hey guys, this is Roland Membreno and you're watching the DO Boxing Show.
Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Damon Ocposio, and I'm here with Roland Membreno, and he just had a fight on October 20th in Hamilton, Ontario, and we're just going to find out from Roland himself how the fight went and how he assessed the whole evening. So just bring us through the whole evening.
Hey Damon, thanks again for having me on your show, and yes, the fight was really entertaining, actually really fun. It was a difficult fight, different experience for me. I went all 4 rounds, went the distance. Had a really tough opponent, like really good quality fighter. He was tough, like Leonel Oliveira. Much respect to him. He showed me all the things I have to work on. He showed me like how with each fight, the bar keeps on getting higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
Like I was coming off, before I met him, I was coming off a 3-0 record, 3 by knockout. This guy made me go the distance and it felt good. Like I won unanimous, but it wasn't an easy fight. It was like a really back and forth fight. He was a really good opponent. Like he refused to give up. Like I had him hurt like 3 or 4 times during the fight, but our strategy was like stay tight, everything from a defensive position, working behind a jab and staying aggressive on my opponent, right? But he took everything and he was responding. He was there to fight. He refused to give up. I remember I caught him one time with a straight right hand on the face. He wobbled. I saw his legs like shake, and I jumped into him again with the left hook. He responded right away. I'm like, okay, Jeff, step back to this tight guard, keep working him. Then from there, I caught him with a body shot. Saw him wobble again. And this guy, like, he started, like, a really smart fighter. He closed the race, smothered punches, started like, grabbing, holding me. He knew like he was hurt. He knew I was on the go on him. So that shows me the more higher you go, the more you're stepping up your game. Like the more you're going to with fights.
Especially if you're fighting better fighters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, the fighters just like get better and better. They're like the opposition. It keeps increasing, you know.
Mm-hmm. And you know the thing about it too is when guys come in and they're really in tremendous shape, they can absorb a lot of punishment, and people have different motivators. So some people have a lot of desire. So you can never underestimate any opponent. You can never underestimate whenever you get in the ring with another person.
To be honest, like I feel like I feel I have a really good physical condition. Like I prepare myself really well for my fights. And but my opponent right now, he was well conditioned as well. Like, cause it was back and forth for like 12 minutes, 4 rounds. You go non-stop, back and forth, and he sometimes he stopped because he got hurt. But from there, like 2-3 seconds after, boom, he's on me again. Like, you know what it is? It's like he's from Mexico. He has that thing in them, right? Mexicans have that. They refuse to give up. They're fighters. They
absolutely.
They're like
fighters in life too. Like you know, and that's why customarily a lot of people that don't have, say, a lot have usually become great fighters because it takes a lot of desire, especially when you're in tough situations, to pull out that win.
Yeah.
So what do you do to mentally prepare for your fights?
Me mentally, to be honest, like I go through a lot too. Like in a way. Okay, I have my full here in Canada. Like I'm not living off boxing. I'm just building my career right now. I have a full-time job. It's physical. It's really hard. It's mentally it's stressing as well because I barely have time to manage. But somehow, one way or another, I manage. And I'm here at the gym training hard and going through and making a lot of sacrifices just to like try to make my dream come true. But besides that, like I have my family. Yes, they're supportive right now, but at the same time, they don't want me to sport. It's a dangerous sport. But at the end of the day, they saw like Jeff, he's not giving up. He's not gonna give up on his dream. Like right now, they got to a point they understand like I'm all in for it, you know. I'm not taking no as an answer. Like I refuse. Like it's like my opponent right now. He refused to lose. He refused to give in. I'm doing the same way with boxing in general.
I think that's a good philosophy to have, not just in boxing but in life. And I think what you're doing is you're showing a lot of people that you can go after your dream and still do the things you need to do to be a responsible adult as well.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying that I think one of the important things is working. I always say to a lot of fighters, working is very important. Charles Brewer, he worked a while, and then he became world champion. Billy Joe Smith, that defeated Bernard Hopkins. He's construction worker, like very physical job. I think it's so important because number one, it gives you options. It allows you to stay consistent. It allows you to stay in the gym, and you can take your mind off something.
And it also teaches you what I feel like it's teaching me. Like if you want something, you have to work hard. Just the fact like for example me, I'm thinking my case right now. I wake up at 5 in the morning. I go to work. I have like an 8 to 9 hour shift. I still have to drive like an hour and a half to get to work or to come back home. So I'm home around like 5:30, almost 6. That's on my day, just basically work and driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I get home. I'm super tired. I have physical labor. And then from there, like I just eat. Sometimes like I get home, I just lay in my bed. I'm like, nah, like I want to stay home. But I'm like, no, like it's something that is like, get up, Jeff. Once I'm in the gym, I'm like, even coach, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm tired, I'm done. And he's like, okay, start skipping. I'm like, okay, start skipping. Then slowly, my energy level starts picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, yes, in the ring, when we do sparring, especially, like mentally, I'm tired, I'm drained. But that's when you push.
That's when you're pushing. When you learn to train yourself to fight through those tough times and those tough moments, I think that's what makes a fighter. Muhammad Ali, he said he used to run until he threw up, and then after he threw up, he continued running. He just basically trained himself to fight off of exhaustion. And not that you're gonna do it and leave yourself open and stuff like that. Like you have a coach who's very knowledgeable, and he's gonna make sure that you're doing all the right things when you're in that ring as well too.
One thing about my coach, he's always on me. He's always on me. Like,
we're talking about Ajas Khan.
Ajas Khan. Unique. Guy. Like one of his favorite coaches. He's a funny guy. That's a funny guy.
And you know what? That's the purpose for yelling sometimes too, because it sinks it into you. Hey man, you gotta push. You gotta do the right thing. You gotta keep your hands up. You gotta be safe, even though you're tired. Like, you gotta be safe.
It's like right now, like this is my fourth professional fight, and he told me right at the beginning, I want you hands up, nice and tight. He already knows. He's told me several times. He's like, you have all the skills. I can send you out there. Drop your hands. You can knock out people. Right now, my concern, keeping you safe. He's like, the first 10 fights of your career, I want you to be safe. I want you to fight from a defensive position. You don't want to take any chances right now. But yes, like eventually you're gonna drop your hands. I have the skills to do that.
When you get comfortable
with myself
and being a professional, and it's fighting in a different environment. Would you say, like, I've never fought professional, so you're gonna have to tell me whether I'm saying the right thing or not. Is it a little bit of a different stage? How many amateur fights did you have? How long were you amateur, and then going to the pro? Was it a different stage in terms of fighting in front of people?
Yes, in the amateurs I fought like a lot of shows, tournaments in front of big crowds and audience as well. I fought in the States 4th of July, 2 tournaments, USA versus Canada. I won both of them. Like the 2 times that we fought 4th of July, I fought like really hard opposition over there, but I managed to win. And a lot of crowd, big audience. So it was a bit, got in my nerve. There's a lot of people here. But I actually get hyped. I like attention. Like when I'm big crowd, I'm like, okay. And especially when I fight guys that are better than me, it pushes me. Like I'm like, all my senses activate. I'm aware. I'm like, okay, now I'm in trouble. It brings the best out of me.
Right.
When I fight at the gym when I'm sparring, and I know the guy's a bit lighter than me, or like a bit new, or he's an amateur, like with a few fights, I'm like, okay, I start going slow, which is bad. I shouldn't get into those bad habits. I should stay like sharp but controlling my power.
Right. Take it easy on the guy.
Yeah.
but
I get too confident when I go, okay, I can deal with it, right? Like, and then I got caught. You know, because I got too lazy, too complacent, which I'm trying to get rid of that.
Good,
right?
good.
So
It's important that at least even you see it, which is an important thing too.
yes, like I see it, like I get called on it all the time, because then the coach is like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Okay, so let's bring it back to the night of the fight. You fought your opponent. It was a tough fight. This guy was resilient. You gave a lot of respect to your opponent, which is very classy. So now, what was the result of the fight, and what's next?
Well, as you said, like the opponent was really tough, relentless, and I give him respect, not because I want to look like as a good person. No, like it takes courage to step in the ring. He was there to fight. He gave his everything. I respect whoever steps in the ring. They ran. They trained hours and hours the same way I did. If he didn't do all the things I did, probably did even more. So I respect that. As a fighter, I know what it takes to step in the ring. The preparation. It's just not like people. The audience go. They see 30, 40 minutes of fight and that's it. They don't know the hours we spent training, preparing for that fight, the diets and everything. It's hell. It's not easy. It's not for everybody. Mentally, it breaks you down. Like it gets to a point that you just want, you know what, like I'm done with it. But no, it takes you to places that you don't want to be. But deep inside, you want to achieve something. You want that green belt. I dream with a green belt.
WBC.
The WBC.
A lot of people do.
So that's what, like sometimes I'm like, no, Jeff, keep pushing. Like it's gonna happen. Just keep working hard. Like
Once you don't give up, you know.
Hard work pays off.
Hard work always pays off.
Pays off. Like,
So you won the fight on the 20th of October.
October 20th, yes.
And so what's next now?
Well, trying to get like another fight as soon as possible, like maybe end of November, December. So right now, my manager's already working on it, trying to like contact promoters and everything. See wherever we can find a fight, we go, we take it. And same thing. Prepare hard. Like I was expecting hard position right now. My opponent, I mentioned him again in Middle Vera, amazing fighter. Right now I'm so like grateful for him because he made. I feel right now as a much better person than before I was October 20th. Why? Because I won the distance. This guy's not like okay. I can't knock them all out.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
and you know what is the more adversity you have, the more you're able to deal with things that come up in the future.
Yeah, because I fought a really smart fight. Like the way my coach told me, okay, you're gonna fight from here. Don't get emotional. You heard him. Don't jump for the knockout. If the knockout comes, it'll come. Don't look for it all the time because I have that thing like I'm really emotional and even when I get hit, like my last fight, I got dropped. I got back up and I'm like, so upset and I went and stopped the guy because I fought out of emotion. But right now, my coach is like, no, I want you compact. I want you composed. Like I want you like very, very firm on your feet. I don't want you like chasing the guy. I don't want you lunging for your punches. Nothing that comes off emotions. And you watch the video, it was all like that. Nice and steady, compact, like just working off the jab. We broke him down. That's what I did. I broke him down slowly. Third round started working more the body and the guy was done.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, congratulations on that fight.
Thank you so
much.
And
again, where can people reach you if they want to get a hold of you?
You can search me up on Facebook and Instagram, Roland Membreno.
Okay, awesome. Remember, if you have any questions related to boxing, send us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO, through email at posio@hotmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Take care, guys.